Hi, Diary. I'm sorry I haven't written in a while, but the last few days I've felt alive. Stuff's been kind. No, actually, they haven't really been going my way. I realized. Oh, that bums me out. In any case, after, like, the last few days' big adventure, going down to the other pig village, finding that weird plant, I got back home and I realized there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Like, I've only got 2 boxes, and I guess I'm kind of okay on food, but I mean, I could use more bunnies. I don't have that many, and yeah, I do have some frog legs, but fighting for food just seems to, well, it gets me hurt, and then I have to get that weird bandage thing going. So, I decided that, more bunnies are in order, and the best way to do that, I figured, was to grab as much grass as I could and some twigs, and then put up even more traps. I mean, from what I can tell, just having the bunnies in traps, same as keeping them in boxes, they just seem to be fine with that. So, like, this way I can put some traps a bit further away, and then maybe not, like, get them, loot them every week. Also, I realized I had... well, there's a lot of bees up here, so there must be a beehive, and sure enough, there is, and I do love my honey. Like, I love honey. Like, a lot. It's really tasty. So maybe there's something I can do about that. Like, it shouldn't be too hard to, well, migrate the bees, really, because there's a recipe in my science machine. I spent the evening trying to get more logs because we are running low. We don't have that many, and if I need to build a new log suit, I need more logs. Also, it's dark at night. Getting more logs seems like a good idea. I've decided to plant my own forest to the left of my camp, because that way, if I desperately need logs, I can always, just grab it close by. And the new boxes, I'm pretty sure are going to come in handy because, well, currently I've got bunnies in one box mixed with other stuff, and I really don't want to mix my animal boxes with my non-animal boxes, so to speak. And I'm also getting tired of, like, carrying stuff around all the time, and I don't want to leave it on the ground. So, I made some more boxes. And then I put bunnies in them because, well, I like having bunnies in a box, I guess. I mean, it is pretty... I mean, it's nice. And the lovely squeaks they give out when there's no room for them. But hey, at least now my inanimate things won't, be upset with there being live things around. See, so I need 4 base, I need some wood, and I need a honeycomb, and I think I can get a honeycomb by just mashing up a beehive. The tricky bit's gonna be to find bees. I need some webbing for that, but I realized something. We have spiders nearby. Spiders give spider webs. I just have to figure out a way to brutalize the spiders without getting too hurt myself. How hard could that be? I mean, the pigs freaking love attacking the spiders on their own, which is great for me. Unfortunately, I mean, they're not super great at it, and sometimes they die. So, yesterday I decided to help out. Unfortunately, I keep getting monster meat and spider glands. I mean, spider glands are nice because I can use healing salves, but it's not going to help me if I need webs. I did come up with an amazing idea, though. If I befriend the pigs by giving them food, something amazing happened. Yeah, so it seems like if you give the pigmen, like, a lot of food, I've been giving them flowers and stuff, and that all just gives me poop. But if I give them an actual dinner, they're really friendly, and now they follow me around. And you know what that means? That's fucking co-op fighting, mate. We can go up and beat up shit together. My pig friend in fact, was really good at it. So, we decided to try and go for a bigger spider den. And I'll be honest, like, the normal spiders, not that bad. But it turns out there are bigger, scarier spiders than that. And they are much trickier to deal with. In fact, they just slaughtered my pig friend pretty quickly. So, I had to put on a strategic retreat. Which took me on a pretty long journey around my, well, close to my camp. Hoping that, against hope, that the spiders would give up, which they finally did. And I figured maybe if I attack one of them again, it'll just be one or two. Which, as it turns out, was absolutely correct. And they actually got kind of confused, but so was I. But I finally mashed them. Unfortunately, the results weren't super great, because my log suit got all messed up. And more importantly, the bigger spiders didn't give me anything more than the smaller ones. So, unless I really want to destroy a spider den, I think I'm just going to stick to beating up smaller spiders. I've been experimenting a bit with the crockpot lately, and I know now that eating monster meat's really bad for you. It's not great. However, if I mix it, just one monster meat in with something else, it seems to be fine. So, that's good. That means even though I get monster meat, which I haven't been able to use before, I can, you know, now have use for it. I also decided to, maybe, it was time to build a drying rack, because even though I love having bunnies in boxes, it turns out they're not actually, it's not actually that efficient, because I can only keep 9 in one box. But I figure, if I build some drying racks and dry the meat, I can probably stack it much more efficiently in my box. So, I decided to give that a try. Hopefully it'll dry quickly and we'll see what happens. But I've got one now. I've been starting to catch bees. Unfortunately, they sting, which really hurts, and they're hard to catch. On my first excursion to get closer to the beehive, I decided I got 2 bees, and then I got really hurt from the bee stings. Maybe I'm allergic to something? I don't know. So I decided to, I'm not going to catch any more bees today until I can get some healing salves up. Let's try and catch spiders instead, and just spend the rest of the day chopping wood. Did I write spiders? Well, I meant butterflies, which is a totally different thing. But I have a theory that butterflies flock to flowers, and bees like flowers, right? So if I'm gonna make a bee thing, I need flowers next to it. It made sense in my head. Then I built another box. Because you know why? My first bunny box is full, and I need another one. See? Full. Put more bunnies in more boxes. So far, the bunny harvest is actually working out really well. Then it started raining, which, I'll be honest, didn't bother me that much at first, because, you know, my hair is luscious as it is. But it gets annoying after a while. So I decided, you know what? Maybe I should build a lightning rod, because rains, lightning, if something hits something around my camp, it might catch fire, which I didn't want. Unfortunately, I didn't have as much gold as I thought I did, because the Pig King gave us a bunch, but apparently we don't have enough for the lightning rod, so I'm going to have to put that on the back foot until I can find more gold somehow, or just give something else to the Pig King, maybe. The rain kept on going, and, well, I needed more ash, but I didn't want to burn anything close to my camp, because it probably won't regrow. So I figured if I go a bit further north, I can burn things just fine, and then pick up the ash, and I can make some healing salves for me, and then go bee hunting again. Kind of worked out as intended. I could both harvest the sapling to get the twigs and then burn it, which I thought was really great. So I spent like half a day doing that, and the rain wouldn't let up. In fact, my worst fear kind of came true. In that, yeah, apparently lightning can burn things. I really don't want my camp to burn down, so unless the rain stops, I need to get that lightning rod up somehow. In the afternoon, I decided to plant even more trees in my soon-to-be forest. It's looking pretty good, actually. It hasn't grown that much, but trees do grow like weeds around here. So, that's a good start. Also, it turns out that I can't really keep carrots around for too long. They go bad, so I'm trying my best to eat all of them before that happens. Maybe if I built some kind of ice box, stuff like that would keep longer. Oh, and I got some more bees. Unfortunately, they're now really annoying me because they won't stop buzzing in the box. Now the bunnies, they're kind of quiet, but the bees, for some reason, just go... Did you see that lightning? It's really starting to freak me out. It's something I need to deal with, and I am not entirely sure how. Well, good note, though. My first jerky, I think, was a success. I haven't tried eating it because dried meat seems a bit weird. In the evening, by the way, I decided to destroy my science machine because I know it contains gold. And I don't think I need it because the alchemy machine is just better at everything. So it should be fine, in theory. Like, every recipe should be in the alchemy machine. I think. Hopefully. But, unfortunately, not enough gold. So, like, I still need to find gold somehow. I built myself another log suit because, well, I don't want... The one I have currently is kind of messed up. And if I get into a big fight, it might just break. So I figured, let's build a new one and use that one instead so we're sure that we have enough to, you know, not die. Because I freaking love not dying. It's one of my favorite things to do, actually. On day 20, the rain finally stopped, meaning I could once again concentrate on matters that are more important to me, like the beehive. Since I knew the bees were really annoying, I decided to equip my newly fashioned log suit and my spear to, you know, break it. The beehive was protected by some kind of weird red bee. It's apparently a warrior bee that I guess protects the hive. Luckily, there was only one there, and they seem more aggressive. Yeah, the hive was nice though. Like, it gave me 3 honey, which I love honey. I said I love honey, right? Because I love honey so much. In fact, the love of honey made me chase butterflies for forever because they're really hard to catch. Like, just running after them doesn't seem to be really viable. It seems like the smartest thing to do is just wait until they settle in a spot and then just rush after them. Stalk them like a prey in the afternoon. Early evening. Actually, mid-morning. Like a prey in the mid-morning. Then the noises came back. At least now I know what the noises mean. But I really don't want to fight more of them hounds if I can help it. Luckily, I did use all of that ash I had from the lightning to heal myself up, so I'm not in that bad a shape, actually. But still, like, fighting isn't... I want to do science, damn it! And do you realize how hard it is to do science when there are hounds running around trying to kill you? Well, let me tell you how hard it is. It's really hard. Like, legit proper hard, in fact. So, I tried to put that out of my mind, build up some boards so I can finally make that beehive that I always wanted since, like, 4 days back. I even got a prototype ready for it. I didn't want it too close to my main camp because bees, then the hounds came. And I'll be honest, I wasn't really prepared for it. I did have my spear and I did have my log suit, but for some reason, There were 2 of them this time. It was during the day, though, which was nice, but they were really aggressive, and after dealing with all the honey, my hands were just slippery, so it was hard to attack them, and then... Well, then there were 4 of them, which presented a bit of a tricky situation, because I realized that I can swing and hit one of them, but if I've done that and try and swing again, one of the other hounds might be biting already and interrupt my attack, which meant I had to protect from that. So it really hurt. Luckily, I managed to thin one out pretty early, but the other 3 just kept on going, and at that point, I was really low on health, and I didn't have anything to heal myself up with, so I felt like I had only one option left, and that option was to light my previously lovely, newly planted forest and see if I could run the hounds through the forest to get them to take fire damage. And it kinda worked, I think, because there were 3 of them, and once I'd settled on burning the forest down, there was only 1 left. So, the forest fire, which made me lose all my logs, at least killed 1 of them, which was nice. But I was, after all, out of healing items. There was nothing left, and I was really hurt. I did have a lot of charcoal, though, which was nice, because, I mean, charcoal burns real well. It's not going to let me do another log suit, though, unfortunately, so I need to, you know, get more pine cones and plant them again. It's hard to see not your life's work, but the last work of the last 2 days just go into flames. So I was really bummed out. I'm hurting all over. So I feel like, well, what can I do to make myself feel better? Well, I can make a lovely honey roast. So I put that in the crock pot and went to finally place my bee box where I always wanted it, which was at the top of what I like to refer to as the savannah. I then used the butterflies I'd previously collected to plant them because they make flowers. Doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works. Don't ask me about it. All I know is that it works, okay? Once again, the rain came, which was not what I wanted. However, the honey roasted ham looked delicious. Like, legit delicious. So I decided to maybe I should make another one. Also, I threw my old log suit on the fire and it burns like crazy. So that's good to remember. Holy shit. I think, you know how lovely a honey roast dinner is, right? Yeah. Turns out, it's even better because it heals you. I knew that the alchemy machine had another recipe for a healing item, but I needed to use papyrus to make that, and apparently I was wrong about the alchemy machine, because it turns out that the alchemy machine doesn't know how to make papyrus. The science machine does, but I destroyed my science machine. So I had to rebuild it, which was, I'll be honest, a bit awkward. Now, I am not a man that talks to machines, which is actually pretty lucky, considering that conversation would have been really annoying. It'd be like, "Hi, science machine. I'm sorry I destroyed you earlier. I didn't think I needed you, but I did, because you know how to make papyrus, which the alchemy machine doesn't, and I'm sorry for that." But once it was done, I could make this honey papyrus mix, which heals you up real good. Real good. So I was pretty pumped. And then winter came.